is a typical CR England experienced driver. This is Utah, CR England. Just a nightmare. This is when you get into mentoring. Come on, man, why did you close this door? How do you open the door from here? No. First day of mentoring was a nightmare. Look at, you have to sit in this tight space, have no room for your legs. All the garbage is in the truck because the day cab. Intermodal. Only thing you learn different here is how to tie the straps. That's all you learn. The four corners. It's four corners straps. And how to look here for the hook. CR England intermodal. There is nothing intermodal about it other than just the chassis. This is Union Pacific Rail Yard in Utah, Salt Lake City. Here where the trucks come to check in. And that is the scanner of the equipment. It has cameras. It has cameras in the front, two in the front, two in the back, and the two on the side. So it has 6 or about 10 cameras. You can see on this side you have 4 cameras, on the other side 4 cameras, and you have a lot of visions inside sitting on the top. This is a scanner. So you first scan here, then you drive through to the front where you get your check-out credentials. And if you look at where this truck is at, in front of it there is a map for the zones: the red, the blue, the green, and the brown zone. So you have no problem finding the lot, the red lot or the green lot, the brown lot, or whatever you found. Once you found the lot, you can find your spot. These are the lots. I think this the first lot is the red, and it goes that way. The red, the green, the blue, and the brown. I think the speed limit here is 15 miles per hour. The difference between a rail yard and any other yard is that here the chassis belongs to Union Pacific. So if the chassis has a problem with tires, with lights, with broken parts, you don't fix the chassis, you take it to the shop. The shop is all the way in the back. That is a Pacific Union shop. And you have to take the chassis to them to fix it. And when you come in, you log into the application. It's called Union Pacific Go. You log into the application and you enter your chassis number, the load, to document when you get out of the yard. This is I think this is the guy I'm waiting for. You document no, this is not. This is a clean truck. The truck I'm waiting for is a filthy truck. That's filthy. This is not our guy. He is pulling a chassis. This chassis belongs to Union Pacific. So the chassis belongs to Union Pacific, and the trailer is your trailer, belongs to your own company. The trailer comes on the train. If it is loaded or empty, you check once you get the trailers that leave from here have to be zipped in or tied in the four corners, and the trailers that come in have to be unzipped when you drop them. If you don't, you have to unzip the trailer and remove the bins or make the trailer free from the chassis so they can pick up the trailer from the chassis. If you don't, your chassis will go up in the air and they will prevent you or ban you from entering the yard for a week. That is the whole idea of the only difference between an intermodal driver and a driver that does dry or reefer fans. The best thing about intermodal, if you find a city in America this is Salt Lake, if you find a city that has only a single terminal, rail terminal, you have all the joy in the world. Making here $26 an hour, all day long, you only deliver and pick up about 4 trailers. If you work 12 hours, you make over $300 in a day. And as a matter of fact, you are sitting most of the time. You're only driving maybe 13, 20, 30 miles. The entire day you will never exceed 100 miles of driving, most of the time. If you have to go to a neighboring state like Idaho, you can go only for maybe 200 miles and you make one move all day long. That is the best thing about intermodal. So it's much better than Walmart. I used to work for Walmart, and Walmart is the best you can do at $320 a day average. But you don't go home every day. Here, you go home every day. You have 2 days off. You would drive no more than 100, 150 miles every day. You're sitting somewhere between 4 and 5 or 6 hours at the loading docks while they are loading and unloading. So you're making a lot of money. You're going home every day and you don't have to put up with the miserable trucking and on the road driving like the monster job I had before with Walmart. With Walmart you lose your mind, you lose your health, you lose your joints, you lose your heart, and you go crazy for very little money. Here you can make the same amount of money without having to go through all this miserable situation. I stopped here to get my permission to enter the yard. They told me my registration did not arrive yet. I have to come back tomorrow. So I'm enjoying the beautiful weather. We are very close to the airport. And something else I learned here when you work when you come and go to the railroad Union Pacific, you are using another application besides Qualcomm. Qualcomm belongs to your company. You do you accept the load, the departure, the arrival, the empty calls, and you enter the fuel level, all this stuff. But when you come here, you use another application. You have to use the Union Pacific Go to log in and to do everything from finding the space of the trailer, finding the chassis, tracking your load on your trailer on the trains. If your load is not in the yard, you can track it to find out how many hours it will take to arrive. As you see, this driver was asked to stop on the side, or maybe he is going to the bathroom. There is a bathroom there for drivers, so the place is very clean. The difference between Salt Lake City and Chicago, or any big city like Los Angeles or New Jersey, the difference here, you have only one rail terminal, that is Union Pacific only. You don't have the other 5 or 6 railroad companies. Like Chicago, you have a monster number of rail yards. Here you have only one single yard, that is Union Pacific. And as you see, there is not too many trucks. You don't have to wait here for 5 or 6 or even 20 trucks in front of you. There are only 2 or 3 on the line. What else do you need to know about rail intermodal? Very seldom that you are going to lift the trailer from your chassis when you arrive. Very seldom. You only pick the trailer from the spot and you drop it in the spot. And you can track the trailer before you come here to find out whether the trailer is here or not, or whether the trailer is which spot is it located. And then when you leave, you have to have the trailer number, the chassis number, and your license number. You put the license in the scanner, and the serial number. You have to have the serial number. That is the 4 pieces of information that you need: the serial number, the license number, the chassis, and the trailer number. And you have a lot of buttons here on the top. Well, my fellow driver, seasoned, old, very fun to work with. His name is John. He's a guy that knows everything about trucking. Today he taught me too many things. How to, when he cranks the trailer, he wants to crank it first in a low gear, then at the end of the landing gear, he doesn't like to leave 2 inches under the landing gear. So he puts the gear on the low gear and he crank it more. It becomes very hard when you come back to pick the trailer. You can bust both your wrists and hands like I had before. But that is the way he does it. Also, when he fills the reefer tanks, you have to make sure some of the reefer fuel tanks have a very short nozzle. You cannot dip the filling nozzle all the way inside, otherwise it will not fill the whole tank. So you have to notice the difference. You have to distinguish between different tanks that have different nozzles, filling nozzles, fuel filling nozzles. So you can get the tank filled all the way to the top. The small reefer tanks, 85 gallons, are different from the big ones that have 120 gallons in terms of how long can they stay on the train while the reefer is running. Something else I learned is that CR England doesn't do anything outside the United States. They just ship the trailer from one city to another, loaded or empty. Here is the guy I'm waiting for. This is This is my fellow driver. He is going to make a turn at the end and come here to pick me up. He doesn't like to wash his truck. He doesn't like to clean his truck. He likes that truck to be filthy, disorganized. When I asked him, how comes you don't wash your truck? I said, we have a drought, a drought. And he is saving water at home in case of drought. He's a Mormon guy, very conservative.